character, the taste of success.
He floated like a butterfly, stung like a bee, and shook up the world. Born in 1942 as Cassius Clay Jr.,
Big revelation in Abhaya cover-up probe. Mamata's role under scrutiny after document emerges. At whose behest did Mamata's ministry sanction demolition? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, and it's time now for the nation's sharpest opinion. Mamata Banerjee, hear me loud and clear. Your ministry, and therefore in a way you, are now one of the key suspects for the people of this country in the RG Kaur rape and murder cover-up. This document, this alleged document, clearly nails your ministry's role. This alleged document is dated the 10th of August, just one day after the RG Kaur rape and murder. It is an alleged letter from the RG Kaur principal, the same brute who was seen to be leading the cover-up of the rape and murder. Because of his corrupt and dirty scams, all of those were in focus, so he was covering things up. And all this while, we were made to believe that he, this man Sandeep Ghosh, is the kingpin of the dirty cover-up, that he is at the heart of the scam. But in this alleged letter, we have a very, very, very dangerous bit of breaking news that comes out about Mamata Banerjee's own ministry's role. In this fishy, suspicious letter, Sandeep Ghosh, the kingpin of the scam, who is the RG Kaur principal, strangely asks for the immediate demolition of the duty doctors' rooms along with the attached toilets, which, as you all very well know, is the murder site. So Sandeep Ghosh says, demolish the murder site, destroy the murder site. This is the biggest piece of evidence against him. If the authenticity of this letter is proved, it shows that he was trying to destroy the evidence. And all of this makes him suspect number one. And this is the real reason why he has been arrested. This is the only reason why all of India is clear that this scamster, this dirty scamster Sandeep Ghosh must be in jail for the rest of his life. For why else would he want to destroy and demolish the evidence? To bulldoze the murder site. Obviously he wants to cover something up. But now, viewers, and here is the dangerous twist, viewers of Republic, if this letter is true, the direct role of Mamata Banerjee's own ministry comes into scrutiny, because in the last paragraph of this alleged letter, the last paragraph where I'm pointing to now, where the corrupt scam kingpin, hated by all right-thinking Indians, he makes it clear here that he's ordering the demolition effectively under the direct instructions of Mamata Banerjee's ministry. And he says, and I quote, "The issue is already discussed and resolved in the meeting with the Principal Secretary, Department of Health and Family Welfare of West Bengal, which is Mamata Banerjee's ministry, and the Director of Medical Education, Department of Health and Family Welfare, Government of West Bengal, in the boardroom of the RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital today." Unquote. This means, viewers, that the destruction of evidence was possibly under the direct instructions of Mamata Banerjee, who as health minister sent her two topmost officers of the health ministry to go and inspect the site of the rape and murder a day after the ghastly incident. This proves that the hidden hand behind the demolition and the destruction was none other than Mamata Banerjee's own ministry. How shameful is that? Think about it, viewers. If she knew, why did Mamata Banerjee try to hide all of this all along? How long did she think she would be able to hide? Is this letter true, Mamata Banerjee? Can you deny the letter? Can you say, no, this is not true? If it is not true, come on our channel, tell us it's not true. We'll take your view, we'll ask you a few more questions, but can you answer my questions, Mamata Banerjee? Did Mamata Banerjee know or not know? Certainly she knew that her two topmost officers were sent to visit the murder site on the 10th and order the destruction and demolition of evidence in the boardroom of the RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital. This could be the clincher. Mamata Banerjee, therefore, hear me loud and clear. Resign as health minister. Mamata Banerjee resign as home minister and resign as chief minister. In any case, I feel very strongly that the CBI should question her. Unless they question her, there is no point. There is no point at all, CBI, avoiding questioning her just because she is the chief minister or the home minister or the health minister. The people will then feel that by virtue of being a minister and a chief minister, that you are completely seen to be immune from investigation. The truth must be brought out in public now. The nation won't wait anymore. The nation wants to know.
On your screens is the ultimate proof of the cover-up in the Abhaya rape and murder case. Republic Bangla has exposed the direct involvement of Mamata's ministry in the demolition ordered in RG Kaur Hospital merely a day after Abhaya's body was found. The subject line of this demolition order copy, accessed exclusively by Republic, calls for repair, renovation and reconstruction of on-duty doctors' rooms along with separate attached toilets in all the departments of RG Kaur Medical Hospital, Kolkata on urgent basis. Dated August 10th, the day after the horrific rape and murder of Abhaya, the signature of Sandeep Ghosh on the order, the mention that the demolition was cleared in a meeting with the Principal Secretary of the Health Department, which falls directly under the control of Mamata Banerjee. All this is proof that the rot goes all the way up.
Sandeep Ghosh, the principal who has been arrested by the CBI, his order has come out in public domain that on 10th of August, that means just after the rape and murder, he had ordered for the destruction, renovation, reconstruction of the floor of the seminar hall. Why was there an attempt to destroy the evidence? The role of Mamata Banerjee, because she is health minister and home minister, is suspect. Commissioner of police has much to answer. Mamata Banerjee has much to answer.
If the Principal Secretary knew, how could Mamata Banerjee not have known? Why is Mamata deflecting blame onto Sandeep Ghosh? Why did she try and hide her ministry's dirty hands in this cover-up? Why was the demolition ordered on an immediate basis just a day after the crime? With these questions staring at Mamata, the demand for her resignation is also growing louder.
It's a very serious situation, first of all. Let's say this, that since Mamata Banerjee's direct role has come into immense amount of focus, I want to start with Fuad Halim. Fuad, this letter is a smoking gun, because in this letter, Sandeep Ghosh says that this issue of the demolition of the murder site has been discussed with the Principal Secretary, Department of Health and Family Welfare, and the Director of Medical Education, Department of Health and Family Welfare, and both these officials were in the boardroom of the RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital a day after the murder, personally supervising the demolition of the murder site. A chief minister sending her two topmost officials to demolish the murder site and destroy the evidence. This now becomes extremely serious. Many people are calling for Mamata's investigation of Mamata. What do you think, Fuad? Which direction is this story taking?
Well, the order is definitely something that we have been demanding for a very long time, and this order has come, what we could say, a delay of almost 3 weeks. So I am very, very suspicious as to when this order itself was generated, because our demand after the night of the 14th, where the hoodlums had actually gone in, and on 13th, when our comrades had gone up there and physically obstructed the further demolition activities in the RG Kaur campus, after these things we were asking where did this order lies, and we are seeing that it is now surfacing. So that itself is a big, very suspicious issue. The second thing that is there, if you read the order meticulously, you will see that it's a generic order which says that a number of departments are suffering from deficiencies, and that generic order saying that all departments have to be improved and facilities have to be provided. Who was the person who chose that the first work has to be done just at the crime site? Now this disconnect still remains to be resolved. We do know that the principal has issued the order, so that's definitely a degree of responsibility that has been fixed. The second degree of responsibility that needs to be answered is to, of all the departments, they could have gone to the community medicine department, they could have gone, the PW could have chosen the heart department, cardiology department, or the medicine department. But why, when that place was under police protection, that place was cordoned off, who chose to execute this order primarily on the 13th, the day when the High Court chose to hand over responsibility from the Calcutta administration, from the West Bengal administration to the Central Bureau of Investigation? Why on that afternoon itself did the demolition work start? And what needs to be pointed out is the bathroom, the sinks, the basins, those were the places that were absolutely changed. The walls have been changed, the tiles have been removed, the basin has been removed. The perpetrator, if he had perpetrated the crime, washed his hands, washed his feet, cleaned himself in that adjacent toilet, and then proceeded to walk out, that possibility cannot be investigated anymore because of this particular act, and responsibility has to be confirmed.
I would like to ask the BJP.
And punishment has to be meted out as to why this took place.
I would like to ask the BJP, since so much information is going on, are you deliberately being soft on Mamata Banerjee by not investigating her? I mean, all this evidence is out, but you refuse to call her for questioning even once. I mean, this is absurd. Gaurav Bhatia, it is written in this letter that the destruction of evidence was on the specific instructions of the two topmost officials of Mamata Banerjee's ministry, which means they were working on her instructions, which means she must have sent them to RG Kaur to destroy the evidence. It's absolutely clear. Please wear your lawyer's hat and not just the political hat and answer this one. Gaurav Bhatia.
So Arnab, Mamata Banerjee as the Chief Minister today is known as Mamata the destroyer of the Constitution, destroyer of evidence after this smoking gun which has been revealed, and Mamata, the destroyer who likes to side with the perpetrator of crime, reward the ex-principal of RG Kaur Medical and not shield the family members of the victim. I would like to tell you, Arnab, today I was just watching your channel and it showed that 98% of the citizenry of the country, not just West Bengal, wants Mamata Banerjee to be probed. Do you know which party had raised the issue with utmost sincerity? It was the Bharatiya Janata Party. We demanded a polygraph test. I was the one who had done a press conference. And I must tell you that today, after this letter is out, since Mamata Banerjee is the Chief Minister, the Home Minister and the Health Minister, she needs to first resign. Second, she needs to apologize to the people of West Bengal. And third, she should join the probe and then give a polygraph test. Second, when you say that is it the BJP that's playing softly and not taking adequate action, let me tell you one thing very clearly. Leader of opposition of West Bengal, the BJP leaders, everyone raised the issue and we were with the people of West Bengal when they needed a political party to raise this issue. And it is only after we ensured that Mamata is cornered, that the Calcutta High Court, after hearing the petition, transferred the investigation. 2, we hit the streets. We were with the people. 3rd, the CBI now is directly giving a status report to the Honorable Supreme Court. And I must assure every viewer of Republic that Mamata Banerjee and her goons and the perpetrators of crime will not be spared.
But Gaurav, in the process of law.
Third and most importantly, Arnab,
a process of law, sorry to intervene, I'm sorry to interrupt. You see, the process of law, we have to follow the evidence. And the evidence is this letter. Now, the biggest issue has been the destruction of the evidence. Who has an interest in destroying the evidence? The criminal. It's always a person who is the perpetrator of the crime who wants to destroy the evidence. It's simple logic. We thought till now that the evidence was destroyed by Sandeep Ghosh because of his scams. But Sandeep Ghosh has made it clear in this letter, absolutely clear in this letter, that I am demolishing the evidence because Mamata Banerjee's people have come to my hospital and told me to destroy the evidence. It's in writing. And the two people here are the Principal Secretary to whom a copy is sent, Department of Health and Family Welfare, Government of West Bengal, and the Director of Medical Education, Department of Health and Family Welfare, Government of West Bengal, who are in the murder site the day after the murder, who are, according to this letter, at the murder site. And then they go to the murder site and they say, destroy the murder site, demolish it. You know, I don't need a silly laugh in response.
Right.
I need a reasonable reply. Why did Mamata Banerjee do this?
Arnab,
Why did Mamata Banerjee do this, Anirban? And I'm telling you, Shyam Prasad Mika and Dr. Prasun Ghosh, so many people, why did she do this? Why did she ask for the destruction of the evidence?
I forget that person's name who directed that garbage Kashmir files. Even he would not buy your script. It is so childish and silly, I must say. In your opening monologue, you stated
No,
that,
Arnab, I
the
object. Why is this
place
gentleman
of
laughing
murder
and smiling?
was
We have
destroyed.
lost our sister.
So
She
how
was
do you really
serving
know that
humanity.
particular
Why is
place
he
was the
laughing and
place of murder?
smirking? I object to that. Why is he laughing? Why is he laughing? I am asking.
Okay, your objection
What is so
overruled.
funny?
Prasoon, I can't hear you.
Gaurav, objection overruled.
What is
Now
so
let me
funny?
come.
You tell
Prasoon,
me.
unmute yourself.
Okay.
No,
This is a serious
who are
subject.
you?
Theory.
Who are you?
Theory
I am
floated
telling you,
by you
objection
people.
overruled.
Arnab,
Who are
this
you?
is
How
absolutely
How dare you
wrong.
laugh and smirk and smile?
Okay.
People
To
will,
demolishing
people will
that
teach
particular
you a
room.
lesson. You are
Okay, now may I
laughing.
complete?
We are
Okay, now
Yeah,
my
why are you
complaint-
laughing?
serious
No,
issue.
why are you laughing?
I'm
First of all, that's
asking,
true.
keep on-
You know,
keep on
this is the
floating
problem with the
childish
Trinamool
I
Congress.
refuse
You
to
find the
debate
rape
such
and
a
murder
monster.
of a young professional, a people's
problem with
protest,
BJP is
the
that
demolition of evidence. You find it all funny. We'll teach you it's not funny.
Become nursery people.
Is this funny, Arnab?
Whenever
Is this
whenever
funny?
it is about
For the
West Bengal,
Trinamool,
the
for Mamata
politics
Banerjee
of
and all her
telling you
people, it's
give
funny.
any
The
damn
decision of
argument.
demolishing
Dare
the
you
room.
smile and
theories that you are
smirk
trying to
and
float.
laugh.
They are not just
Arnab.
silly, they are naive.
You may give any
the
argument.
reason I
Be
am
sensitive to
laughing.
the debate.
You,
Dare
in
you
your-
smile on such
Gaurav,
a serious issue.
Gaurav,
That
your
itself shows.
apparently
For
angry
he is
young man
also
image does
Mamta's
no good. Your apparent
disciple.
angry young man image does no good. Your theories
Arnab,
are beyond
I have
silly.
something to say.
Let me tell you,
Particular-
yes,
the
we are all
particular
very
site
angry.
that the
And the
PWD
only
worked on,
shameless
how does
politician
Arnab
is
Goswami
Mamata
know that
Banerjee,
Arnab,
who's
I
busy
have something. I
destroying
have something
evidence.
to say.
She should have resigned long time back. And you are being sent and you are smiling. At least maintain some dignity.
And
The family members of the deceased will be watching you.
Start by asking the resignation of Narendra
They will be
Modi.
Arnab, I
paid.
have
So
something to
I'm
say.
asking you, why can't you...
Leaders.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring your attention again to the main issue. Gaurav, I bring everyone's attention to the main issue. Viewers, we have found a letter.
Arnab, I
It
have
is doing the
something to say.
rounds.
But he should
It
not
needs
be
to be
smiling and
verified
laughing.
according to this letter.
BJP felicitates you garland rapists and you point
Why did
fingers at
Mamata
others.
Banerjee send her
A
key
party
people
filled with rapists is the
to
BJP.
destroy the murder
your
site a
bullshit.
day after the murder? That's the question we need to answer. Dr.
How do you
Prasoon
know that
Ghosh,
is
please.
the murder site or not? No, the question is how do you know that is the particular area is the murder
Yes,
site?
yes.
Yeah, because it is the
Arnab, I
murder
am telling
site.
you,
From
the
where did you
destruction
get
of that particular room, the
Yes.
decision
How do you know that?
by
Deposed before
the
the CBI.
decision, yes, on that day, the decision by the PWD department and by the hospital administration is absolutely a wrong and heinous decision, because no one can enter on that particular places. That should be cordoned, and whoever party anybody belongs to or I belongs to, the decision of destruction of those rooms, those two rooms, is absolutely wrong thing. No one should enter on those particular areas. So the Department of PWD and the hospital administration, Dr. Sandeep Ghosh, they has to be properly inquired why they have done this type of nonsense.
Dr. Prasoon
things.
Ghosh, the decision of destroying the evidence as per this purported letter is
Yes.
not of PWD. It is of Mamata Banerjee's ministry. Do you realize how serious this is getting? This decision to destroy the evidence is not of Sandeep Ghosh. Sandeep Ghosh is writing that this issue has been decided by Mamata Banerjee's two top people who have come to my hospital and told me to destroy the evidence and destroy those rooms and the murder site. It is in paper. So now do you realize how serious this
What
is?
evidence was destroyed?
On-
What evidence
What
was
you
destroyed?
destroy the
in
whole
this-
site.
Yes.
You
in
say
this case,
demolish
in
the whole
this
site
case,
and you're asking me
what
what
I
evidence was
should
destroyed.
call
What were the evidence that were
those
destroyed?
respective persons,
Dr. Subarna
whoever
Goswami-
the department
Tell
may be,
us, what
whatever
were the
the
evidence?
chair that person may be, if
Well,
he
who
or
is in charge of
someone
Health
is
Ministry?
involved,
Mamata Banerjee,
he
no?
has to be properly inquired.
So then you are
Because
saying
that
Mamata
the
Banerjee
thing
must be
which was
properly
done
inquired.
is a wrong.
Dr. Subarna Goswami, how do you view this letter? sir?
By demolishing those two rooms,
The respective
they have
departments who has
probably
passed the order,
wiped off
the
all
letter
the black
or the order,
stains.
they should properly inquire.
Yeah,
I am not
yes,
telling the Mamata
and,
Banerjee, I am telling the respective departments.
anything that was a part of the bodies of the perpetrators that are fully wiped out, and nobody can now collect those clues. So it is very easy to misdirect the investigation and to prove that, establish that scapegoat, one civic volunteer. But there are many questions. This is not the only proof of tempering the evidences. There are many more evidences, that has been discussed. And this is the most important letter we have received in recent time, that Sondip Ghosh himself is writing.
You have lied before regarding this matter. You are lying again.
Decision was taken in presence of top
brass. You are a liar. Nobody believes you anymore.
Why is he, so insensitive, and he's behaving like a nincompoop, heckling everybody? Who is this gentleman?
I am the person who
can't he wait for his turn and be sensitive?
Unlike you, who is incapable of
you
speaking
wait for your turn, whoever you are. Mamta
Dr. Goswami had
wait for your turn. Discuss the issue with sensitivity. Arnab, I have 2 points.
Viewers, a lot of viewers tonight saying that they are really in a rage tonight. I can tell you, if I open the lines now, okay, let me open the lines. People are in a rage tonight, saying, how can Mamata Banerjee get away with this? And how is Congress supporting Mamata Banerjee? Why are you supporting Mamata Banerjee in this? The letter says she destroyed the evidence. Shyam Prasad Meka.
So
the letter, the directive happens a day after the crime takes place. 1 minute. The letter says that we need to destroy the evidence, effectively destroy the evidence on an urgent basis. Why? Why does this demolition have to happen on an urgent basis?
Okay. Arnab, first point, your question itself is loaded. You are trying to say, why is the Congress supporting the destruction of evidence? What kind of a question is that?
Why are you supporting Mamata? Why are you supporting Mamata?
Then why did Rahul Gandhi say that it's a distraction when he was asked about
Gauravji, chup baithiye.
Why was Rahul Gandhi saying it's a distraction?
Aapka turn hai, chup baithiye. थोड़ा मर्यादा रखिए।
मैं आप ही की बात सुनने आया हूँ, आप बोलिए, जितना बोलेंगे उतना
करेंगे। चुप बैठिए। हम सुन रहे थे ना आपको।
नहीं, चुप बैठिए तो आप बैठिए, शर्म आनी चाहिए आपको, तमीज से पहले बात करिए। आपसे सवाल पूछा है, राहुल गांधी said that this is a distraction. Will you answer that? Will you answer that? Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary was sacked because he was opposing Mamata Banerjee. आप किस मुंह से कह रहे हैं चुप रहिए? बंगाल की जनता आपको चुप करा रही है, आप मुझे कह रहे हैं
बंद करो भाई, बंद करो।
आप बात तमीज से करिए। मेरा सवाल है, why did Rahul Gandhi say that it's a distraction when asked about RG Kar incident? Second, लड़की हूँ लड़ सकती हूँ, she went to Hathras, Priyanka Vadra. Why hasn't she visited Kolkata? Sonia Gandhi, she has not even made one statement against Mamata Banerjee.
Not one.
Then will these questions not be asked? If you have a answer, please answer. I'm listening to you now. Tell me.
Okay, now
3 things I've asked you.
Gauravji, you are lecturing about decency so far. We are hurt at the fate meted out to the victim. We are talking about the issue. You are politicizing it. You want to talk about Sonia Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi. Come out of your Parivarvad mindset. Okay, talk about the policies and issues. Now, Arnab, coming to your main content of this debate. The issue is, you got the letter. I'll let the CBI handle the issue, and I would not let a TV studio conduct a trial and investigation in one shot. Just by having some histrionics, you can't simply capture the minds of the viewers. Viewers have passed that stage long back. And India's people are seeing through all these histrionics, these misinformations. All this is open, out in the public. People are reading through you.
Okay, thank you for that unnecessary comment. Point here is viewers, whether you are with me or not will be clear when I open the phone lines. One, I am telling you more people are with me than are with Mamata Banerjee and Rahul Gandhi's position on this issue. I can tell you, if I open the ask the people of the country, are you with me or are you with Rahul Gandhi and Mamata Banerjee? More people are with me.
Arnab Goswami for opposition leader.
No, I am not an opposition leader, but more people are with me on this subject.
So, what kind of...
I have more support on this issue than you or your party or Mamata Banerjee.
No, are you talking about political support or getting?
No, I'm talking about public support.
Is that what you were talking?
I'm talking about public support for me. Public support, yes.
So who are you?
Arnab.
Who am I?
What is the question of public support?
What is the question of public support for me? You want to know? Should I open the lines? You'll want to know how much public support I have.
You run your news, no?
No. I don't need your permission to run the news. I am telling you on this subject and many other subjects, I certainly have more public support than you. You want to know my public support?
I am telling you.
You want to know my public support? Okay, I'll open the lines.
In Bengal, only two parties now.
Contest the election.
One is
contest the election.
No, I don't have to contest the election. I have more public support than you anyway. Everywhere.
You can ask a couple of your friends to make a phone calls, no?
No, I don't need to make it. Open the phone calls. I am saying that I am investigating and I am exposing one of the biggest cover-ups in this country. I am exposing one of the biggest cover-ups in this country, and the people of the country are with Republic and with me. Now listen to me. None of you people have exposed it. I have exposed it. My network has exposed it. So don't try and take credit. Now listen to me. My question is, I go back to Fuad Halim. Don't. I know you people hate me. मेरे को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. I am going to now talk about the facts of the case. And what is the fact of the case?
But please answer, were you present during the murder?
Yeah, now the point here is, Fuad, I want to go back to the facts of the case in a very clinical way. There is what is proven, if this letter is true, is that Mamata Banerjee has sent her two topmost people to RG Kaur. She never told us. Those people had a meeting with Sandeep Ghosh. She never told us. Those two people told Sandeep Ghosh to destroy the murder site. She never told us. The demolition and the destruction of evidence was therefore carried out on her command. She never told us. We thought Sandeep Ghosh is doing all this on his own. Fuad Halim.
BJP.
Now I know that all of this is decided in the boardroom of the RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital.
You decided it on your side.
No, I don't decide anything. I'm only quoting a letter.
But you are telling.
I'm only quoting a letter and asking the question. Why are you trembling?
This notice clearly.
Who told you that is the murder site?
That
I'm asking a very simple question.
This notice
who told you that is the murder site?
Lays the foundation of what happened on the 13th of August, and that is very clear that it is the responsibility of the college as well as the state health administration in taking the decision for permitting the demolition. Now as I repeat myself, somebody has to now identify who was that person who actually directed this order towards the chest department. Once that link is cleared, we will know everybody, including Sandeep Ghosh and the officials from the health department who are involved in this, have actually ensured that they have participated actively in actually erasing possible evidence at the crime site. The second thing that I'd like to say is that, Arnab, I'm slightly sad that most of the national channels are allowing this larger national narrative between the Congress and the BJP to overtake the discussion on the concrete evidence. And one thing you have to keep in mind, Mamata Banerjee learned her tricks of the trades from the Bharatiya Janata Party. She was a long-time compatriot and friend of Narendra Modi, and what Narendra Modi and Amit Shah have been doing in Gujarat in terms of how to mislead investigations is where her learning ground has been. But I don't want to distract the conversation to that. The concrete evidence is on the floor. The health department should be on the mat.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Should be on the mat. The entire...
Pull back to the subject, Fuad. Pull back to the subject, Fuad. Don't, you are making it political, Fuad. Come back to the clinical details of the case.
All the medical colleges, different forms of evidences are coming across. and we are seeing how numbers have been
Sir, what about
altered
your MLA
in lieu
Suresh?
of money. We are seeing how contracts have been given in
Dr.
lieu
Halim,
of
what
money.
about your
We are
MLA
seeing this
Suresh from
entire
Kerala?
health
Is he a
administration,
rapist or is he
which
not?
is ridden with corruption. Money has been collected. Money has
I
been
have
collected.
something
You
to
may
say
take your, you
regarding
may
this.
take a free
You can't
flight
hear
to
anyone.
Kerala, but I am not leaving Bengal at the moment. I invite you to come back to West Bengal.
Because there your MLA
I
is
invite
committing
you to
rapes.
come back to West Bengal.
Because there your
Anil,
MLA
now-
is committing
Anil,
rapes. That is the
Now,
allegation, right?
the evidence that is coming across from all the medical
The
colleges
CPI wants
Arnab,
Suresh to
is
resign.
Arnab, I have something to say.
telling
Now,
you
Arnab, let
that
me
the
just say,
mafia,
I think
the
you gave him plenty
ministry,
of
the
time.
police
double
administration
speak of the
and the
CPIM.
goons of the Trinamool Congress have
They will
all
harbor
aligned
rapists in
to
Kerala.
run
Arnab, I
that
have something to
entire
say at this
medical
point.
system
Bengal.
where they were
They are the
fleecing
biggest
medical
ally of the
students,
rape culture
medical
promotees, that
interns,
is BJP.
people who were
No
setting
wonder-
up stalls in hospitals. They were taking money from patients who come, and in lieu of money they were getting admitted. You know, there are a whole slew of what you call corruption issues that are coming out of the box like never before, and people are selling stories which were untold till today. The Trinamool Congress is in the dock.
That's
Mamata
true. The
Banerjee,
evils
the head
of the Trinamool Congress
is
government,
in
the cupboard has been opened.
this entire system that was running across all medical
Arnab.
colleges
Now,
was not without
Fuad,
knowledge
Fuad,
is something which
Fuad,
is unacceptable
Fuad,
and unbelievable.
Fuad,
In West Bengal,
Fuad, I
everything
request all the
is done
future
with-
speakers
Arnab,
on this
I have something
debate.
to say.
No, I want to go to Gaurav. I'm coming to you right after that, Dr. Prasood. I just want to focus on the fact that Mamata Banerjee's two top people allegedly went to the murder site, had an urgent meeting in the boardroom and told the principal to destroy the evidence. Just keep a complete and narrow focus on that, viewers. Now, Gaurav, and then I open the phone lines. Gaurav.
Arnab, I will now cite certain reasons why Mamata is complicit in the crime, and she is also guilty of destroying evidence, which is an offence under the new BNS
Yes.
section 241.
She should be
Therefore, a
arrested for
polygraph test should be conducted, and
BJP
she should
demands
be charged
polygraph
with
test
section
on Mamata
244.
Banerjee.
Now, the reasons. Arnab, the reasons now. A, there has been delay in registering an FIR. The Honorable Supreme Court had remarked, and I don't think Mamata Banerjee can say anything when the Supreme Court gives an observation that there is a delay in FIR. Why was this delay? Why couldn't they register an FIR? Why did they reward the principal? Two,
There was no delay.
the parents were not informed properly. The authorities were lying. Under whose instructions? They get a call. It is told to them that your daughter is not well. One, then it was changed to that she has committed suicide. Later they discovered she has been murdered. So this again shows Mamata was trying to cover up something. Third, I want to know who allowed the renovation 50 yards away from the scene of crime. It must be Mamata Banerjee because she is the Home Minister, she is the Health Minister again. That needs to be probed. And most importantly, Mamata Banerjee herself made a statement, I will hand over the investigation to the CBI if adequate action is not taken on Sunday. Why this delay? There is a golden rule of 48 hours for investigation, which is most crucial to procure evidence, to ensure that the investigating agency is able to lay its hand on important evidence. That was completely wasted by Mamata Banerjee. Now, second, left. Look at the conduct of the left. Left is part of the India Alliance.
Don't go political.
They are not worried about ensuring justice for the family members of the deceased. They are busy in targeting the BJP. And that is why people have rejected this politics of the left. For today, as the BJP spokesperson, it is my duty to only focus on ensuring justice for the family members and to ask tough questions to Mamata Banerjee, who should resign, because till the time she continues on the chair of Chief Minister, it is not possible to have a fair, free and thorough investigation.
Our next speaker will be Prasood Ghosh, but our first caller is Pranay from Mumbai. Pranay, what do you think? Should she be investigated?
Absolutely, this should be investigated and a lot of strides should be made in this front. As my esteemed panelist said something, I'd like to reiterate that a lot of facts were, misaligned during this investigation. The family was told that there was not a rape or a murder, but the daughter of their family had committed suicide.
Yeah.
Later, it was brought to their attention that the daughter was, murdered and raped. So this particular thing will bring in new clues for the investigation, and it'll bring swift justice to the unfortunate victim in this case.
Yes, absolutely. Here, Prasun Ghosh, we also have Raj from Chennai. Raj, what do you think? Okay, we don't have Raj yet, but Dr. Prasun Ghosh, many viewers are calling for Mamata Banerjee's polygraph test, Mamata Banerjee's questioning, Mamata Banerjee's interrogation. I think now the issue, if you don't investigate her, it will be seen as bias by the CBI. Yes.
Arnab, I am telling, this case is now completely on the hand of CBI, and CBI has a rule, is an order like section 201. If is there any police people or administration people is involved, they can call under that section. Even they can call the CP also, as CP told himself. But one thing I am telling you very clearly, either it is the far from the crime site, but the demolition of these two rooms was absolutely a rubbish decision.
But it was a decision taken by Mamata's ministry. Then ask Anirban, why did Mamata's ministry ask for the demolition of the evidence? He's been sitting through this program. He cannot reply to that simple question even once. Just look at him. He'll talk about everything. He'll talk about Timbuktu. But he will not tell us why Mamata Banerjee sent her people and told them to destroy the evidence.
For me to answer your question, you must first categorize what you consider as evidence. Tell me three things. Name three things that you consider as evidence. Name three things.
Are you really that stupid that you don't understand my question?
No, I completely understand your question, but I am exposing the naiveness in your question, the silliness in your question.
No, you're behaving like an uncontrollable ignoramus, and I'll tell you why. Because the reality is, if there is a place where a murder has happened, and Mamata Banerjee's people have gone and said destroy the whole place, then where will there be any evidence? You're supposed to cordon off a place, not demolish it.
Is the place where the
you are astonishing.
How do you know that?
Even in the levels of naivete you are showing tonight, or ignorance, you have crossed your own levels. Pranay is calling from Mumbai.
Because you cannot face my question. Because you have no answer to my question.
So Anand from Bengaluru. Anand, hi.
What actually evidence is?
Anand, hi. Should she be investigated, Anand? Can you hear me? Hariharan from Dubai, I'm told is on. Okay, we have a couple of callers who are lined up right now. I think Mamata is completely cornered, Shyam. You can sync with her, but that's how people will remember you now. You understand that, Shyam? And everybody is so angry with the way Rahul Gandhi and Congress is behaving on this issue. You say this is a distraction, this is an unimportant issue. Do you want to know how many people feel it's an unimportant issue? Okay, that's Anand from Bengaluru. Anand, what do you think, Anand? Can you hear me now? No, we lost the line with him. Shyam is looking left, right, he doesn't know what to do. Anirban wants to run away from the debate.
Come on, Arnab. That's not fair.
It's such a smoking gun.
You asked me a question, you went off to the caller.
You who doesn't have any answers.
And now you're saying...
You cannot quantify or classify anything as evidence. And you think I want to run away. I am having a gala time exposing you people.
You have said that you will crush the fingers of anyone who points fingers at you. I am pointing fingers at you.
Now you are trying to deflect.
No, I am pointing fingers at you. I am pointing fingers at you.
Tell me what do you consider as evidence?
Yeah?
Tell me what do you consider as evidence? Blood stains, fingerprints, a piece of cloth, footprints, what? Tell us.
Viewers, the most, I would say, the most illiterate comment ever in the history of the program. doesn't deserve a reply, but I will.
I consider
Bloodstains,
removal of the
fingerprints and
tiles
everything
in the
would be in the
bathroom.
murder site.
Floor.
Anirban,
On
These are
the floor where the
diversionary
crime
tactics.
scene
That is the
was
murder site.
as prime evidence.
You are
It from
confirming
Mamata
that
Banerjee.
that
Points
particular...
no, you are
was the
justifying the
murder site.
destruction of the evidence. That's how low you've fallen.
Getting rid of whatever little residual possibility of getting to the
First
truth
of all,
was.
to mark something as destruction of evidence, you must first classify as to what evidence might have been present there. You do not even know what
No,
evidence
so
is.
we'll do it in the court of law. You are not the judge. You're not the judge, mister. We'll do it in the court of law.
Well,
Neither
the
are you.
first,
you.
first
Why are you
point of
conducting
evidence is
legal
that the
Police-
crime scene
Police was
and its
duty bound
environment
to cordon off that
protected.
area.
Ask
Seal
us
the
what
place.
and it is under
to
police
ensure that
protection
there were
this
no extra
destruction has
people
taken
there.
place.
I said that this has been destroyed, that has been destroyed. Let them come out with the answers. You are saying that
any
is the
court
place
of law,
murder.
Anirban,
The CBI
1 minute,
should
1 minute.
question-
Gaurav,
Arnab,
please. No,
Arnab,
any court
can I
of
come in
law.
now to
Okay,
make my
here,
point?
see,
I am a
viewers,
criminal
I
lawyer
truly believe that the
myself,
Supreme
Arnab.
Court of
Why
India
should
should
you
take
find out?
cognizance of
The
this new
CBI
information.
has already said that there has been significant
Supreme Court is not a trial
changes
court. It can do nothing
in the
in this case.
environment and the evidence that has been there. CBI has already submitted. Please, it is already recorded, it is documented. The CBI has already said that the significant changes have been taken place since the crime has taken place. If you do not read the evidence that the CBI has provided to the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice of India has read that document and that document has come into the public domain. That the CBI has already recorded that significant changes have come.
Again, you are misdirecting. That is not public
The
information. How do you know?
CBI has
Do you
already
have a back channel with
discussed
the CBI?
and the Supreme Court has already
it has
taken
not.
cognizance
It is in
that
it is-
the
no, it is
CBI
not
has
public information.
already
It was
said
not-
that
it was not
significant
revealed in
changes
the
have
open
already
court.
been made.
The report of the CBI
It
was
is
not
already
revealed
public
in the open court.
information,
How
sir.
do you know?
It is already public
You are
information.
creating nothing but smoke and mirrors.
Okay,
You are
Gaurav,
working-
Gaurav wanted to
Chief
come in.
Justice has
Gaurav,
already taken
Gaurav,
cognizance of this.
the Honorable Supreme Court is taking attention, placing its attention on the case. Someone should bring before them this letter, according to which Mamata Banerjee ordered the destruction of the murder site and hence played a role in the demolition of the murder site and the destruction of the evidence. Let the Honorable Judges decide. I'm sure they are watching.
Yes. Arnab, I foresee, and I speak with some responsibility as a senior advocate too, that CBI being the premier investigating agency will definitely place this letter on record itself. Because let's not forget one thing. It's not only that the Calcutta High Court has transferred the investigation from the state police to the CBI. The Honorable Supreme Court suo moto, Arnab, took cognizance that there were lapses on part of the Calcutta police, lapses on part of Mamata Banerjee. And second, they are overlooking the investigation that is being done by the CBI, because the CBI had given a status report to the Supreme Court. We are not here to answer what is evidence. We all know what evidence is. And we will show in the court of law how Mamata Banerjee became Mamata the destroyer.
Your own theories,
I must tell you,
so that the
but
media
by
trial
the
goes
conduct
on.
of TMC
We all
leaders
understand
who are
that is the
threatening the
political motive
doctors,
of the entire thing.
Arnab, you remember, the doctors
The
were
last thing
peacefully
you people want
protesting.
is justice.
And goons
You do
of
not want the
TMC,
CBI to investigate it in a
7,000 in
proper
number,
manner. You
they
want
reached
this
the
media
venue,
trial
they
to go on.
destroyed the stage there. Is
Just-
that not worrisome?
Just
They are
remember,
threatening
you know,
that we
even
break
more
your
worrisome is the
fingers.
thought.
They are saying
Even more
They are calling
even more
doctors
worrisome is the thought. Even more worrisome is the thought that the fake seculars, wanted to make Mamata Banerjee Prime Minister of India 1 year back. Ladies and gentlemen, this letter, in my view, is a clincher and a smoking gun. The CBI should investigate this letter, check its authenticity. If it is proven to be true, then call Mamata for questioning. See you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
You're really talking very wisely, and I can't help but break up the statement you gave about Bhagavad Gita. Yes. And I could see the impact it has had on you, the way you're speaking right now. So how has it really helped you? If you could tell our viewers, do you read it daily, or how does it really come to your life?
So my mother is a Sanskrit and Hindi lecturer, and since childhood she is the one who actually kept me very disciplined and very what I had to do on priority. For example, if I have to do my homework or follow my routine and everything, she's the kind of person who would be like, you have to do it, that's your priority, do that first, and after that only I'll allow you for something else. So she kept me very disciplined and everything throughout my life. And now, so initially she only told me about Bhagavad Gita and everything. So she is the person who is like, she tells me about history, she tells me about Indian mythology, or I say it history, Indian history I say. So she tells me about all these stories and the actual history of India. And then now I was like, you know what, I should probably start reading Gita thoroughly. And I have this meditation guru who actually tells me 2 or 3 verses every day, so that it helps me in my general life as well. Because how old it may seem, as old as it may seem, it is relevant in today's life as well. You only have to actually sit and try and connect it with your daily life. So for me, so many verses are there, but especially I really love one, that do your karma and do not focus on the result.
कर्म करते जब फल की चिंता मत करो.
अपने कर्म पूरी निष्ठा से करो, फल की चिंता मत करो. तो ये चीज़ है. And my coach always says, Jaspal sir, he always says, you do not get what you want, you get what you deserve. So these sort of things will always keep my head very, online.
Absolutely, and of course you do deserve what you've achieved. But the fact that you're talking about it very openly, very elaborately, you think it's important, because we've seen for the longest time people have not been very open about their beliefs, their faith, and they've just been, sort of guarded. You think it's important to always talk about it, and there should be no inhibitions in, talking about your faith, your culture, your traditions.
Honestly, I feel like India has a very, very rich heritage, rich culture, and we should all come together and actually celebrate it, and not be like, we need to change this thing in our culture. I mean, of course, we should eliminate all the bads that we have in our culture, but so many good things as well we have in our history or like heritage, culture, and everything. So we must cherish all that, and I am a kind of person, like, I am very open, I am accepting of other people as well. I mean, if you have certain beliefs, I do not expect anything out of you. I am open. If you have something that works for you, that's good for you. And I don't, it doesn't bother me what others believe. So I just, it's like, live freely, man.
One of the things...
He'll still scold you.
My mom, she will always scold me. If I'm doing something wrong, she'll definitely scold me.
Proud about is the fact that India, Bharat, is the fastest growing major economy in the world, and will continue to be so. In fact, the way we've been going for the last 10 years, in the next 5 to 10 years, if we have political stability, if everything is right, there are no major risk factors, then we will be in a situation to be rivaling China, and in 20 to 30 years surpassing China. It's a reality that we are a competing nation, and one of the reasons why the Chinese and the Americans are using their deep states against us, are conspiring against us. And as I have been saying repeatedly over the last few weeks, the reason that they have been using their intelligence agencies to try and surround India with difficulties, use Indian political parties and Indian political leaders as their agents, as their Mir Jafars, is because they want to contain India. I would now like to give you an example of what happens should there be wrong political leadership in any state. Should any political party get its fundamentals wrong, then the example I'm going to share with you is what can happen across India. I will give you the example of Himachal Pradesh. Just recently, the Congress party won the elections in Himachal Pradesh, and there is a government there which has now landed the state in a little over a year into a situation of financial catastrophe. There is a financial emergency. There is a massive financial crisis in Congress-ruled Himachal. More than 200,000 state government employees of Himachal Pradesh have not received their salaries on the 1st of this month. This has been attributed to the worst ever financial crisis which has hit Himachal Pradesh, and it has happened immediately after the Congress party has taken over. The Sukhu government is giving 1,500 rupees a month to 5 lakh women, which is costing the state 800 crores per annum. The old pension scheme that the Congress has decided to retain will also cost an additional 1,000 crores per annum. As of now, the situation in Congress-ruled Himachal is so bad, there is such a crisis that the debt of the Himachal Pradesh government is almost doubled when compared to 2018. When the debt then stood at 47,906 crores, the Congress-ruled Himachal Pradesh is in such a terrible situation because of complete financial mismanagement, freebies, subsidies and schemes that their debt has increased to 86,589 crores. The Congress party has in a few months completely ruined the economy of Himachal Pradesh. The state has also accumulated loans of almost 10,000 crores in 1 year. The debt now stands at 86,589 crore rupees, which means every person in Himachal Pradesh is effectively debt-ridden because the debt per capita.
You've cleared your medical exams, you're an IS officer, you've served as a DM, and you're still serving as an officer, and you are also an Olympian, you are a Paralympian, you're a medalist. And how did it really go? What was going on your mind when you chose to maybe go for
so it's as you described, it's journey of life. Each one of us have our own journeys.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
Director, the taste of success.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. In Himachal Pradesh, a minister in the Congress government has spoken the truth about the real condition of Hindus in Himachal and the special treatment being given to Muslims in Himachal in a way that his woke party and its woke party leadership doesn't know where to look now, because it's a Congress top leader who has spoken the truth. His name is Anirudh Singh. He's Minister for Rural Development and Panchayati Raj, and he stood up in the assembly and he asked, how are Rohingyas increasing in number in Himachal? He stood up in the assembly as a Congress leader and asked, what's going on? When the Congress party is in charge in Himachal, how are Bangladeshis taking over? How are Bangladeshi infiltrators taking over large parts of Himachal? He's asking how, when a mandir has to be constructed, all the clearances have to be first applied for, forms supplied, and permissions granted first. But when a masjid is constructed illegally, when the specific mosque in Shimla has 4 illegal floors, then there is no legal process that must ever be followed. These are harsh truths the minister has spoken, ladies and gentlemen. And he has said all of this at a time when the Hindu community is out on the streets over the Shimla mosque controversy. You see, Hindus are also fed up now. They're saying, how much will we take? How much will we tolerate? And at a time when Hindus are saying that now, under the present watch of the Vadra Congress government in Himachal, they feel increasingly insecure. All I want you to remember, ladies and gentlemen, and there are many such visuals today, we can play all of them. All I want you to remember, viewers, that as these protests continue, these realities about Rohingya Bangladeshi infiltrator influx, about special treatment for Muslims over Hindus, for mosques over mandirs, about love jihad and the growing feeling of insecurity among the Hindu community. All of this is being spoken even by our top Congress leader, not by just the BJP or the RSS. This proves that things must be really bad for the Hindu community in Himachal. I wonder why the Vadras and the Gandhis and the Kharges and the secularati and the Wokes and the Owasis, why won't they talk about the plight of the Hindus in Himachal under the Congress government and the very important issues regarding the violation of rules and construction of an illegal mosque in Himachal? You see, viewers, we have to talk about these things. We can't put these things under the carpet in the name of secularism. The reason is simple. The Congress won't talk about it, Rahul Gandhi won't talk about it. Because if the Congress accepts the truth in Himachal, then they will lose the Muslim vote nationwide. You see, if Rahul Gandhi says, yes, injustice has been done to Hindus, yes, Hindus are insecure, yes, that mosque is illegal, if Rahul Gandhi says that, he won't get the Muslim vote other parts of the country. And all that matters to Rahul Gandhi is the Muslim vote. Not illegalities, not infiltration, not even the cries of the worried Hindu community in Himachal. Rahul Gandhi, who says Hinduism is associated with violence and hate, must speak now. He must speak now on the case of the illegal mosque in Himachal. Silence cannot be an option for him anymore. Since he roams around with a permanent film crew making reels, he should take his permanent film crew and speak to the Hindus in Shimla and Himachal and ask them why they don't feel part of the false talk of Mohabbat ki Dukaan. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the real realities we must start speaking about openly now. Debate 1 tonight. Huge controversy in Himachal that I just told you about. Debate number 2 tonight. pro-Islamist military puppet Muhammad Yunus is trying to tell India to tell Sheikh Hasina to shut up. Well, she won't. And who are you anyway, Mr. Puppet, to be giving instructions? Debate number 3 tonight at 9 o'clock. We have a critical document that's doing the rounds which puts Mamata Banerjee's direct role in RG Kaur under strong scrutiny. That's debate 3, and here are the headlines. This Thursday evening on the Debate Tonight. Massive showdown over illegal mosque in Shimla. Thousands and thousands and thousands gather to demand the demolition of an illegal mosque. But the Congress Sukhu government backtracks despite startling revelations by his own minister on the illegalities of the mosque on the floor of the assembly. Military puppet Yunus wants a complete gag on Sheikh Hasina. He says that if she wants to remain in India, she should not speak a word. Meanwhile, Hindus continue to be targeted. The Bangladeshi economy collapses and Islamists and terrorists are being let loose by puppet Yunus. From freeing up Al-Qaeda affiliated terrorists from jail to meeting radical fundamentalists who want to implement Sharia law in Bangladesh, Muhammad Yunus takes a complete U-turn in less than 1 month on the plight of Bangladeshi Hindus. He's totally on the side of the Islamists now. He's a puppet both for the Islamists and the Bangladeshi military. And in one of the biggest exposés in the Abhaya investigation, a viral letter is doing the rounds right now, which links Mamata Banerjee to the demolition and the destruction of evidence at the murder site. According to this particular letter, the demolition was carried out on the instructions of the Health Ministry, which Mamata Banerjee directly heads. The focus is now on her role. And how could Mamata Banerjee not know if indeed there were top bureaucrats from the Health Ministry working directly under her who was sent to RG Kaur to order the demolition of the murder site? How is it possible that she did not know? A question the nation wants to know tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, Himachal is heading towards bankruptcy. There is economic turmoil. People have not been paid their salaries and their pensions. And on top of it right now, there are very, very vocal protests, rightly so, by the Hindu community. As the Sukhu government's own minister says, what's happening in Himachal is wrong. An illegal mosque is being constructed, while mandirs are asked to go through every possible clearance before construction starts. These protests are intensifying. Congress leaders are talking about Rohingyas and Bangladeshis taking over large parts of Himachal. Complete chaos, ladies and gentlemen. A short update on what is happening and then we debate.
As Himachal continues to grip with its financial turmoil, a new controversy has emerged for the turbulent Sukhu government. Thousands took to streets of Shimla, demanding the demolition of an illegal mosque in the Sanjoli market. The locals allege that the mosque was built up multiple stories without any government permission and that it should be demolished. It's not just the people. Even Himachal Pradesh Minister of Rural Development Anirudh Singh noted on the floor of assembly that the mosque was built illegally, as he narrates the ordeal.
दिनांक 26/6/2013 को मामले की सुनवाई के प्रतिवादी में मस्जिद को एग्जिस्टिंग प्रपोज्ड प्लान्स को मांगा गया और उसमें त्रुटियां पाई गई हैं और फ्रेश ड्राइंग भी मांगी गई। और हैरानी की बात तो यह है सर, इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट कि 2019 में सर 4 अतिरिक्त मंजिलों का अवैध निर्माण हो चुका था सर।
The minister went on to claim that presence of the structure had caused increased concerns over thefts in the locality, and even alleged that concerns were high over love jihad and illegal immigration of Rohingyas.
आज क्राइम हो रहा है, ड्रग्स का क्राइम हो रहा है, चोरियां हो रही हैं सर। लव जिहाद जो सबसे बड़ी बात है सर, इसके ऊपर भी ध्यान देने वाली बात है, जो कि हमारे देश के लिए, प्रदेश के लिए बड़ी खतरनाक बात है सर। ये कैसी स्थिति उत्पन्न हो रही है प्रदेश में, जो रोज नए लोग आ रहे हैं, जो जमात वाले आ रहे हैं, कहीं आ रहे हैं जिनका अता पता ही कोई नहीं। क्या ये रोहिंग्या मुसलमान है? मैं खुद अध्यक्ष महोदय 1-2 जनों को जानता हूं जो बांग्लादेश से आए।
Amidst this, a war of words has emerged from within the Congress after their own minister made stark claims on the illegality between the mosque's construction. Lashing out at the Congress government for their minister's claims, AIM-IM Asaduddin Owaisi charged at the Congress by saying that Congress's Mohammed ki dukaan is filled with hatred. He further criticized the congressmen for caving into the demands of the protesters, claiming that there is a court case ongoing in the matter. Amidst this, the Congress government is lost for responses, with Chief Minister Sukhu backtracking the claims of his minister in an attempt to prevent the backlash from his allies.
कई बार छोटी बात भी बड़ी बन जाती है, तो हमें इन चीज़ों पर अभी ध्यान नहीं देना चाहिए।
Meanwhile, the BJP too has encircled the Sukhu government, demanding immediate action against the illegal structure.
हिंदू समाज के लोग इकट्ठा होकर के चौक पर, चौराहे पर निकला है, सड़कों पर निकला है। जो हैरानी इस बात को लेकर के हो रही है कि मुख्यमंत्री अभी तक इस सारी बात को लेकर के गोलमोल करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
The question remains, shouldn't action be taken on illegal structures? And is the Congress government in damage control mode due to its compulsions of vote bank politics?
I would like to congratulate Congress leader and Himachal very senior minister Anirudh Singh for speaking the truth that there is love jihad. Congress is saying there is love jihad in Himachal. Congress minister is saying that Rohingya, Bangladeshi Muslims are taking over Himachal, that Hindus are feeling insecure. We must first, I think Sanju, all of us congratulate one Congress leader for having a spine. इनकी रीढ़ की हड्डी है ना? ट्रू। सच्चाई तो कहना पड़ेगा ना, चुप कब तक रहेंगे लोग? और सब लोग उनको सपोर्ट
लेते हैं तो रीढ़ की हड्डी हो जाती है।
सच्चाई बोल रहे हैं, सच कह रहे हैं। असेंबली में उन्होंने कहा, मुख्यमंत्री के सामने कहा, मुख्यमंत्री के सामने कहा, मुख्यमंत्री के सामने कहा। और मुख्यमंत्री की हालत देखिए। आई वांट टू शो यू द पिक्चर ऑफ द मिनिस्टर, ऑफ द चीफ मिनिस्टर, व्हाइल दिस इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेटमेंट वाज बीइंग मेड।
देश तो बांग्लादेश की प्रेसिडेंट को शरण दिया है।
भाई आप मेरी बात सुनिए। द कांग्रेस लीडर हैज सेड दैट देयर इज एन इलीगल, ये देखिए द सिचुएशन प्लीज। While the minister is speaking, I don't know, this can't be seen, so you have to focus your camera. While the minister is speaking, the chief minister has gone to sleep. ये देखिए, please see the pictures. He can't control himself. Look at the Congress party. The state is bankrupt. People have not gone salaries. The person behind is Anirudh Singh. He is making a speech about the situation of Hindus, and look at the condition of everybody. Should see what the chief minister is doing. He's snoring away. Shame on you, Sukhu. You should quit. Shame on you. He's sleeping while there are protests going on. Split the screen, producers. Show the protests of the Hindus all over Himachal Pradesh today. And while people are protesting, while the Hindu community is suffering in Himachal, while people have no salaries to pay, the chief minister is snoring away in the assembly. This is the reality of Himachal. Shame on Sukhu, shame on the Congress party. But anyway, Abdul Razak, why should a mosque be treated differently? If a mosque is illegal, demolish it. If a mandir would be illegal, it would be demolished.
Arnab ji, mosque is not illegal. Please correct your words. Please correct your words. The mosque is not illegal. Maybe the construction is. The matter is sub judice. It is up for hearing on Saturday. Let us wait for the courts to decide.
So the mosque is not
What
illegal,
has
the
Hindus
construction
got
is.
to
Can you
do
explain
in
that?
a secular country like India.
The mosque is not illegal, the construction is. Explain that.
I am saying this mosque is standing there since the 1950s.
And then the construction is illegal. So I'm saying, okay, don't demolish the mosque. Demolish the illegal construction.
Sirji, in the reconstruction, so let us wait for the courts to decide. This cannot be decided on debate channels and streets. Why are Hindus taking to the streets? It's a matter between the municipality and the mosque.
Why are
So let the
Hindus
court
taking to
decide.
the streets?
It's a trivial issue which should be ignored. Vikramaditya Singh was assaulted. Some minors who assaulted him, the Muslim boys, they took shelter inside the mosque. So now the mosque itself is in question.
No, but
Demolish
the mosque is illegal.
because
You have
the Hindu was
yourself said.
assaulted.
You have yourself
Come on,
said that
Arnab
the
ji.
mosque. The mosque is illegal. There are illegal constructions. See, this country is equal for everyone.
Mosque
you can't
is
say
not
that.
illegal.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Mosque is not
You will not
illegal.
allow illegal construction in a mandir. You cannot allow illegal construction in a mosque. Do you understand that? That's it. अभी इम्प्लीमेंट करना पड़ेगा. ये मोहब्बत की दुकान नॉनसेंस बात नहीं चलेगी.
Let the court decide.
इतनी नफरत हिंदुओं के लिए क्यों है भाई? एक मिनट. संजू वर्मा is on the debate.
वसुधैव कुटुंबकम भी बोलिए.
May I please, Abdul?
सिर्फ मोहब्बत की दुकान की बात करते हैं.
I did not heckle you. Let me have my say. अरे भाई साहब, मैंने आपको एक बार भी नहीं टोका. आप बोल लीजिए अपनी बारी जब आएगी. We are having a sensible debate. Let me have my say. Then you come and interject me, na? Arnab, there's an echo.
No, please carry on. You can be heard, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. First and foremost, let me make this very clear. I know you've done a zillion debates on this particular issue, but this is the burning topic. Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu is not just the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh. He's also the Home Minister of Himachal Pradesh. Law and order in Himachal Pradesh is in shambles. Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu is also the Finance Minister of Himachal Pradesh. General administration and planning also comes under the aegis of Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu. Home Minister, Chief Minister, Finance Minister, Planning Minister, General Administration Minister, on all counts, Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu has failed. Himachal Pradesh was a healthy state financially. When Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu took over, inflation was less than 2%, unemployment rate was less than 1.2%, and people below poverty line were just 0.23%. The annual expenditure was around 46,000 crores, annual revenue was around 37,000 crore, the economy was around 2.5-3 lakh crore. Today, annual revenue has actually been steady at 36,000 crore, but expenses thanks to dolouts and freebies has risen
No, I'm
to
not discussing dolouts. No, I'm discussing the mosque issue. No, I'm not discussing the dolouts. I'm discussing the mosque issue. Let's be focused on that. We have an illegal mosque issue.
One thing, Arnab, on the mosque issue, as you rightly
No, it is
said,
not an illegal mosque. Please don't call the mosque as illegal.
I'm finishing my statement, please. The Rural Development and Panchayati Raj Minister Anirudh Singh has admitted this particular mosque, which is at the center of the controversy, is on government land. It is on disputed land, and the matter has been sub judice for more than a decade, for about 14 odd years. Vikramaditya Singh, who's the PWD minister, has also indirectly said encroachers will not be spared. Law is the same for everyone. My simple question is, if encroachers will not be spared, if law is indeed the same for Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs and Christians, and if this mosque in Sanjoli is on government land, what stops the government from ensuring that this is demolished?
You see, the point here is that now the view of the Congress party
Arnab, it is not about
one minute, just one minute. The view of the Congress party is, just a minute, is that if an illegality has been done by someone from the Muslim community, or if overlooking an illegality from anyone from the Muslim community will get you even half a vote, then allow the illegality. Vote zyada jaruri hai. They want Muslim vote. Now Rahul Gandhi thinks that if he is going to act against this illegal mosque and agree with his own minister Anirudh Singh, then across the country he will lose the Muslim vote. And the only thing that matters for Rahul, like Owaisi, because Rahul is the new Owaisi, In fact, Rahul is a mix of the new Owaisi and the new Lalu. Caste he has learned from Lalu. Muslim vote bank politics he has learned from Owaisi. So it's a mix of Lalu and Owaisi politics. All entire focus for Rahul Gandhi is Muslim vote. वही तो कह रहे हैं ना. Otherwise, why do you think today Asaduddin Owaisi was pulling Rahul's leg by saying, okay, I can't believe that in a Congress-ruled state you are talking about illegalities by Muslim community? You are sounding like BJP, right? Asif Sohail,
like BJP?
am I right?
Arnab ji, elections are far away in Himachal. Elections are very far away in Himachal. There is nothing to do with votes, Muslim appeasement. Sir, it was an ignorable, trivial, small
It is not
issue
Asif Sohail.
which should have been ignored.
Asif Sohail.
One person by name.
Viewers, now you will see the MIM Congress competition on.
मैं जवाब दूंगा, पहले आप दूसरों को तो खामोश बिठाएंगे. नहीं, पहले आप थोड़ी देर रुका दीजिए ना सर. मैं ये दोनों के उसमें तो अपना स्टैंड नहीं बोल पाऊंगा ना मैं.
छोटा सा मसला कैसे है ये? There are more than 6 lakh mosques in India, despite the Muslim population being just 13 or 14% of the overall population of 140 crore people. And Muslim mosques under their control today have more than 9 lakh acres. Mosques are the largest landowners in India after the railways and the...
Yes, Arnab, I'll keep my stand. पहले आप ये नहीं दूसरों को तो खामोश बिठाइए ना आप.
मसला नहीं है. Some radical Islamists have become land grabbers. Some mosques have become land grabbers under this garb of playing secular politics.
अभी हिंदू जो है वो सड़कों पे आ चुके हैं, तो राहुल गांधी क्या करेंगे? Only one question. Yes, Mr. Sohail.
Are pending in the courts.
Hindus are on the streets questioning this hypocrisy.
सर देखिए, पहली बार तो सुनिए आप, let me answer. पहली बार तो किसी को कोई हक नहीं है कि मस्जिद को इलीगल करार देने का. जब कोर्ट में केस चल रहा है, हिमाचल प्रदेश में 30,000 से ज्यादा इलीगल स्ट्रक्चर है, वो नहीं दिखाई दे रहा कि आप लोगों के आंखों को, ठीक है, उसके बारे में नहीं बात करेंगे. आप सुनिए, आप लोग, अरे आप तो बकवासी करते हैं. देखिए, मैं ये फालतू जो है सो नागपुर यूनिवर्सिटी के लोगों को मैं जवाब नहीं देता हूं. अर्नब, एक चीज समझो, आप जब कोर्ट में केस चल रहा है, उसके अंदर आप इलीगल स्ट्रक्चर किसी को नहीं बोल सकते. आप 30,000 इलीगल स्ट्रक्चरों पर बात करो ना. आप मुझे बताइए, आप 30,000 स्ट्रक्चर्स है उसके अंदर, कई रिलीजियस स्ट्रक्चर्स भी है, प्राइवेट भी है, उसके ऊपर क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं? अब बीजेपी को सिर्फ मुद्दा चाहिए, वहां पे पोलराइज करने के लिए कमजोर हो चुकी है, और ये लोगों को लाकर यहाँ बिठा देते हैं बकवास करने के लिए. यही है मुद्दा, और कुछ नहीं है. समझे आप?
पहले मैं आपको कहना चाहता हूं, आसिफ सोहेल जी, आप कृपया करके राष्ट्र संत तुकाडो जी महाराज नागपुर यूनिवर्सिटी के बारे में इधर उधर की बात ना करें. आप क्या इस्लामाबाद यूनिवर्सिटी से हैं? आप कराची यूनिवर्सिटी से हैं? आप काबुल यूनिवर्सिटी से हैं?
उस्मानिया से हूं मैं.
हाँ, तो मैं कह रहा हूँ ना, तो ठीक है, आपने उस्मानिया कह दिया. मैं तो नहीं कह रहा आप इस्लामाबाद यूनिवर्सिटी से. मैं कह रहा हूँ आप इस्लामाबाद यूनिवर्सिटी से. मैं कह रहा हूँ आपको इस्लामाबाद यूनिवर्सिटी से.
नागपुर का लिटरेचर, आपको इतनी तकलीफ क्यों हो रही है?
हाँ, इधर उधर की बात मत करिए.
नागपुर से आप पढ़े हुए हैं क्या? नागपुर से क्यों इतनी तकलीफ हो रही है?
आपको नागपुर से क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
आपको क्यों इतनी तकलीफ हो रही है?
आपको इस्लामाबाद से इतनी प्यार क्यों है?
आप पढ़े हुए हैं क्या?
आपको इस्लामाबाद से इतनी प्यार क्यों है?
बराबर
आपको इस्लामाबाद से इतनी, अरे आप इस्लामाबाद की तरफ आपका इतना है. आपको इस्लामाबाद इतना अच्छा क्यों लगता है?
आपको काबुल से बहुत प्यार है.
आपको इस्लामाबाद से क्या लगाव है आपका?
हम तो हमारे
इस्लामाबाद और कराची से क्या लगाव है आपका?
सुनिए, हमारी
इस्लामाबाद से क्या लगाव है आपका?
हमारे उस्मानिया यूनिवर्सिटी जो बनी है ना, निजाम सरकार, उससे लगाओ है हमें बराबर. आपको रहेगा लगाओ, मुझे क्यों रहेगा उसमें?
चलिए, नहीं है, आपने कहा ना. एनीवे, ये अगर मस्जिद में, अगर इस मस्जिद के कंस्ट्रक्शन को इलीगल पाया गया, अगर इस मस्जिद के कंस्ट्रक्शन को इलीगल पाया गया,
इलीगल सर 30,000 इलीगल स्ट्रक्चर्स को आप बोलिए ना, उस पर क्यों नहीं बात कर रहे हो आप? किसका डर है आपको?
संजू,
मुझे बोलिए, आप 30,000 से बढ़कर इलीगल स्ट्रक्चर है हिमाचल में, बोलिए ना. क्यों खामोश बैठी है? बीजेपी के मुंह को क्या लकवा लग गया है क्या? मुझे बताइए. उसके ऊपर तो नहीं बात करेंगे ना आप लोग.
क्या सिखाते हैं आपको?
करिए ना.
आसमानी
अरे खाली जो
Your
बस
Asmani
मुसलमानों
kitab
को
tells you
उनकी
that the
इबादतगाहों
earth
पे
is
बात
flat.
करना आता है.
My Vedas don't tell me that the earth is flat. My Gurukuls don't tell me that the
मैं
earth
तुम
is
जैसे
flat.
जाहिलों को जवाब नहीं देता हूं मैं.
72 हूरों के
समझे?
इंतजार में रहते हो भाई साहब. हम हिंदूज वी बिलीव इन निर्वाणा. हम 72 हूरों के इंतजार में नहीं रहते. हमारी कोई आसमानी किताब नहीं है जो ये कहती है.
1 minute now, Sanju Verma. I'll leave it at that. I will leave it at that, viewers. Viewers. I now tell you once again. Let's go back to the issue.
Arnab ji.
If the mosque has been constructed 4 floors which are illegal, we must investigate that. I am not saying it. But today, more importantly, a Congress leader is talking about love jihad.
Let the court decide. The next hearing is on Saturday. Let us wait.
Built illegally.
Why should there be a protest by Hindus when the matter is about municipality and the mosque? What is the point protesting about it? It was a small trivial
Are you saying
issue.
Hindus have no right to protest?
Assaulted by Muslim minors.
Are you saying Hindus don't have a right to protest in this country?
Why?
हिंदू प्रोटेस्ट भी नहीं कर सकते.
Why don't you
आप शाहीन बाग कर सकते हैं, हिंदू प्रोटेस्ट भी नहीं कर सकते. आप सड़कें रोक देंगे देश भर की, हिंदू एक जगह प्रोटेस्ट भी नहीं कर सकते. Why not?
For the sake of solidarity, you take Muslim side and speak for the Muslims. Why can't you say Arnab? Why should people protest?
पवन खेरा के मुंह में फेविकॉल.
अरे मैडम हेकल करना छोड़िए. आपको अच्छा नहीं लगता, हमें भी अच्छा नहीं लगता. बके जा रही है, कोई नहीं समझता आपकी बात यार. हेकलिंग करना छोड़िए ना मैडम, रुकिए ना.
Anyway, there are very strong protests in Himachal today. Ladies and gentlemen, situation in Himachal is so bad. First of all, it is bankrupt. It is not paying salaries. Hindus are protesting on the roads about an illegal mosque. A Congress leader says there is love jihad. Bangladeshis are coming in. Rohingyas are taking over.
He's talking about mosque.
Anyway, viewers, I need to go to my next debate. I thank you all. Very matter of great concern in Himachal. Now, in Bangladesh, there's something wrong going on about Muhammad Yunus. Ladies and gentlemen, he's totally turned pro-Islamist. He's been releasing terrorists. He's been releasing Islamists. Anybody who's anti-India, Islamist, anti-Hindu, he goes and meets, shakes hands with, does an arrangement with. More importantly, viewers, now he says that Sheikh Hasina should keep quiet. That is for her own good. He's talking like, what would I call it? He's talking like a person who's setting the terms. He's not talking like a leader. Muhammad Yunus has become very controversial. The Bangladeshi economy has completely, absolutely crashed, ladies and gentlemen. And Islamists are the real people in charge in Bangladesh.
Exactly 1 month ago, these visuals were the start of a tumultuous time for Bangladesh. Amid the chaos, Muhammad Yunus, known for his close ties to the Democrats in America, was flown in to take charge. While Yunus's government promised to bring in reforms and stability in Bangladesh,
our government is committed to ensuring a transition to an inclusive and pluralistic democracy and create an environment in which free, fair and participatory elections can be held.
the actions of the Yunus government in the last 1 month seem to show otherwise. From violent targeting of Hindu groups in the name of a student protest, to Hindu teachers being made to allegedly sign prepared resignation letters by mobs of students. To the Yunus government alleged pardoning spree to hardliners in Bangladesh, to the alleged meeting with anti-India terror elements, Yunus's every move in the last few days raises eyebrows.
The U-turn is startling. On the 10th of August, Muhammad Yunus condemned the attack on minorities. On his phone call with the Prime Minister, he assured his Indian allies of the safety of Hindus and minorities in Bangladesh.
সংখ্যালঘুদের উপর আক্রমণ করছে, হিন্দু, বৌদ্ধ, খ্রিস্টান, আহমদিয়া সবার উপর আক্রমণ করছে। এগুলো হলো ষড়যন্ত্রের অংশ।
Less than a month later, in a recent interview to PTI, Yunus has taken a complete U-turn on the plight of minorities in Bangladesh by saying that India's claims are exaggerated. Today, Yunus has not only called out India sheltering Sheikh Hasina as an unfriendly gesture, but has also stated that the former PM of Bangladesh must stay quiet while she is in India. As Bangladesh is reeling under its worst economic crisis, is Dhaka too fixated on appeasing the radicals, or is it all engineered and timed to the US government officials touching down in Bangladesh? Is it appeasement, or is Yunus acting under external influence?
Sharma, who's been reporting on the plight of Hindus, editor-in-chief of Op India, Salahuddin Shoaib Chaudhary, editor of The Blitz from Bangladesh. My first question is to Fakhrul Islam Robin. He's vice president of the Shebok Dal Central Committee. He's a BNP leader. Mr. Fakhrul Islam Robin, you know, I don't know how many people, see, firstly, Yunus is not a leader. You must understand that. He's not a leader, he's a confused fellow, and he's been releasing and shaking hands with all these terrorist groups and all the radical Islamists, with dreaded terrorists. He's been meeting and freeing them. The Bangladeshi economy is completely crashed, and now he's threatening Sheikh Hasina. Threatening Sheikh Hasina and telling her not to talk is not going to help the people of Bangladesh. He should know that. But more than that, the extreme hatred towards Hindus in Bangladesh, the atrocities on Hindus are so terrible, so brutal. He spoke about it when he took over, and then he's been quiet about it. And everybody who's anti-Hindu, he's meeting, he's supporting, he's encouraging. Why is that? Is he just confused, or he's just trying to handle things his own way? I lost the line, or he left. I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. You know, Salahuddin Shoaib Chaudhary, the moment you speak the truth to anyone in Bangladesh, they're so scared. I think he switched off. I saw his finger go towards the laptop and switch off. I suspect he ran away from the program. But Salahuddin Shoaib Chaudhary, since you and Napur are with me, what is happening in Bangladesh now? We need an understanding of the situation with Hindus and otherwise.
Look, today, during the interview with PTI, Muhammad Yunus said that India sees everyone in Bangladesh as Islamists except Sheikh Hasina. This is a very dangerous narrative, meaning he is giving instigation to a direct rivalry and meeting between Bangladesh and India. This is number one. Number two, he has once again, as expected, anticipated, attempted to whitewash the pogrom. Actually, in my words, it's the Holocaust, Hindu Holocaust. He has tried to whitewash. Hindus are being brutalized, Hindus are being killed, murdered, Hindus are being hanged on the flyovers, Hindu girls and women are being violated, molested, Hindu shops and houses gutted and put on fire. And while he is trying to all of his opponents, political opponents, I would say, because to him, Awami League is a political opponent, he is not only trying to whitewash that atrocities on Hindus, he is not even uttering a word about the legal actions against those perpetrators of crimes. Because, in my opinion, by whitewashing those crimes, by not talking about legal actions, Hindus have no right in this country. Hindus are inhumans. You can burn them, you can rape them, you can set fire on their house, and they don't have any right to even seek legal remedies. Are we living? Actually, yes, we are living in a neo-Taliban state. I have been writing for years, even I have written in open here several times that Bangladesh was at the risk of becoming a neo-Taliban. This is a neo-Taliban state. We are witnessing Hindus have no right. Hindus are inhumans. What is this? And now he is openly saying that, giving a new narrative, that India sees everyone in Bangladesh except Sheikh Hasina as Islamist. So, what is this? I mean, am I an Islamist? No, not at all. Not 140 million people in Bangladesh are Islamists. No. What he wants to try is playing a very dirty card against India, against Hindus. That anyone uttering a word against the persecution of Hindus, then he would be branded as the agent of India. Agent of India. That is what he wants to say. And he wants us to remain silent against Islamist brutalities and atrocities that we will not accept. I will not accept. Yunus can send me to jail. He can get me killed. He can hang me if he wants. But I will not stop. And many people, all those people with conscience, you have seen how this guy ran away from the debate. Why? They don't have the moral courage of facing the truth, facing the realities. And Muhammad Yunus, what he said, that India sees everyone in Bangladesh as Islamist except Sheikh Hasina, this is a dangerous narrative. Is it, I mean, is he just declaring a war against India? Then I would like to sit and watch what India does in return. This is a preparation of war. And it is these words, connotations and terminologies are almost similar to those Pakistanis.
Yeah, he is speaking a very ISI kind of script here, without doubt.
Yes,
but
ISI and ISIS also.
Yeah,
Islamic State.
and you know, anyway, he's under focus because he's had very strong contact with the American intel agencies, with the State Department. I'd like to bring in Nupur, because Nupur, we have lost focus on what is happening with the Hindus, because not much information is coming out these days. But Op India and you have particularly been at the forefront of this. And you've been agonizing over this issue. What can you tell us? What is happening to the Hindus in Bangladesh? The harsh realities people like Atikur Rahman don't want to hear. We must make him hear tonight. Nupur.
What's happening in Bangladesh is, to Hindus, is a state-sponsored ethnic cleansing. There is absolutely no other way to put this. There is no other way to say this. This is a state-sponsored ethnic cleansing. There are over 70 Hindus, I have the list, who have perished and who've died in hospital of their injuries, because there are certain hospitals that refuse treatment to these Hindus owing to their religious identity, saying that you're Hindus and we will not treat you. There are Hindus who've lost their homes. There are Hindus who've lost their businesses. They have no, mode of earning their livelihood anymore. There have been over 30 women and girls who have been raped or abducted. There have been a lot of men who've been murdered. These are poor people from, interiors of Bangladesh who have absolutely nothing to do with politics. And when you talk about, Mr. Muhammad Yunus today said that, it's being used as an excuse, and the numbers of Hindus being murdered is exaggerated, and it's exaggerated, and India is bringing it up over and over again, because they want to use it as an excuse for Sheikh Hasina, and also that the violence is not communal. There is a video of a man standing atop his broken hut saying that, I'm sorry, I think my voice...
No, it's quite clear.
Okay, great. There is a poor man standing atop his broken heart saying that Hindus are not getting aid material after the recent flood. They're not getting the aid material because the boats are simply passing across the houses which belong to Hindus, and they're not being provided relief. For Muhammad Yunus to come on the world stage and say that the numbers are exaggerated and it's being used as an excuse by India, it simply shows that this is a state-sponsored ethnic cleansing. We have to realize that the moment Mr. Muhammad Yunus took charge of Bangladesh, there were over 2,500 Jamaat-e-Islami Islamists who were released from prison. Jamaat was unbanned, saying that they haven't committed any criminal activity. The NSA Home Minister equivalent of Bangladesh, a Muslim, Mr. Shekhawat Hussain, he was transferred to Textile and Jute Department because he held a press conference saying that I apologize to our Hindu brothers, we are not being able to protect you and you should be protected. And he also said that there are civilians, Muslims, who are walking around the streets with 7.62 mm rifles. That's meant for military use. How did those guns get in the hand of average Muslims, average Islamists on the streets of Bangladesh, which was then being used to persecute Hindus, which was then being used to kill and murder and rape at gunpoint Hindus? There are temples that have been broken. And I have to make this point that yes, Bangladesh is in focus today because of Muhammad Yunus and the political strife in Bangladesh, which has resulted in this widespread ethnic cleansing of Hindus. But the Hindus in Bangladesh have never been safe. I would have you recall that I think it was in Naukhali where a Quran was placed by a Muslim at the feet of Ma Durga to implicate Hindus, which then resulted in widespread violence against Hindus. I think this was in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. I think Shoaib can correct me if I've got the date wrong.
It was in Kumilla.
2021.
Kumilla.
Yeah, Kumilla, exactly. And this was a Muslim himself who had done it. Hindus had nothing to do with it. And Hindus still ended up at the receiving end of the ire of the average Muslim mob in Bangladesh. So yes, Hindus were relatively safer under Sheikh Hasina, but they were never 100% safe under any regime in Bangladesh. There's a state-sponsored ethnic cleansing ongoing right now, but Hindus have particularly never been safe. So yes, Muhammad Yunus is to be blamed. After assuming power, he has taken a string of decisions which empower the Islamist groups, which empower the jihadis on the street, which empower the average Muslim to go up to Hindus and say that you have to pay us protection money if you don't want to be killed and raped. And this protection money, by the way, is only being demanded from the Hindus, from the minority Hindus in Bangladesh. This is not being demanded from the Muslims. So yes, Muhammad Yunus is responsible for a string of decisions and actions that has led to the ethnic violence and the ethnic cleansing of Hindus. No Muslim, no Islamist has been arrested. Today we saw a 15 or 18-year-old Hindu boy being lynched to death inside a police station in front of the police. Later, the jihadis with their blood-soaked clothes stood there celebrating, saying that we've murdered a kafir, while the army with their guns stood there doing absolutely nothing. This is not an army. This is a bunch of mercenaries and Islamists who are more than happy that a kafir has been lynched, more than happy that a kafir has been murdered. So I would like to make one point in conclusion that yes, Muhammad Yunus is responsible for what's happening right now, and this is going to go down in history as a black spot, not just for Muhammad Yunus, who's a Nobel laureate, but also for America, whose puppet he is. However, Hindus have never been safe in Bangladesh. Hindus are never safe anywhere where there is an overwhelming Muslim majority. Mr. Muhammad Yunus is supposed to be the archetype of a moderate Muslim, of an educated, moderate Muslim who is supposed to understand the plight of minorities and who's supposed to understand the plight of Hindus and who's supposed to work for brotherhood and unity and fraternity and all those lovely punch words that get thrown around. In a sense, he is a moderate Muslim who will shield the jihadi, who will go behead the kafir. That's the function of the moderate Muslim, to give covering fire to the jihadi, to give covering fire to the Islamists. And that's exactly what Muhammad Yunus is doing. And that's exactly, I presume, what Mr. Atikur Rahman is going to do. And I presume that's what the hundreds and thousands of Muslims and liberals and leftists, or whatever you want to call them, on social media and in the media, that's exactly what they're doing.
I think
Muhammad Yunus has proved to the world that he is the archetype moderate Muslim who's going to give cover fire to the jihadi when the jihadi holds the knife and beheads the kafir. The problem is not Bangladesh. The problem is not Delhi. The problem is not Jahangirpuri. The problem is not Haldwani. The problem is not Udaipur, where Kanhaiya Lal was beheaded. The problem is the Muslim community's propensity and their compulsion to follow their religious doctrine, which ordains them to either convert the kafir or kill them. And it's time we accept that reality and talk about it, because I, for one, am sick of listing names of dead Hindus at the hands of the ever so peaceful and ever so offended community.
I personally think Muhammad Yunus is a mask. If he's an archetype, he's an archetype of a weak American deep state puppet. He has no experience in governance. He's overwhelmed with the situation, but he's hungry for power. He's hungry for money. He's hungry for a sense of relevance. He will do everything. Shame on him. He has sort of done a tie-up with the Hifazat-e-Islam. We all know what the Hifazat-e-Islam did. We know what they did along with certain groups, organized anti-India protests. He is teaming up with everyone who abuses India. He's lifted the ban on Jamaat-e-Islami. He has freed the dreaded terrorist Jashimuddin Rahmani. These are all things that are happening, ladies and gentlemen. And his boss, Donald Lu of the American State Department, is going to visit Bangladesh soon. He's an Assistant Secretary of State, effectively a State Department operative. And these are the people who have cultivated and made Yunus whatever he is. But I want to take away from that. Focus on the attack on Hindus. Atikur Rahman watches grimly as Nupur speaks the truth. It doesn't matter to him, you see. For him, it is about Islamist fundamentalism rising, Hindus being targeted. In the larger picture for Atikur Rahman, it's all right. The story you said about a lynching of a Hindu boy in a police station in the presence of the so-called Bangladeshi security personnel, it doesn't move Atikur Rahman. As long as the Islamist fundamentalists are growing, as long as he has a sense that the Hindu population is going down, everything's okay. Am I right, Atikur?
Good try, Arnab and Nupur, to provoke me. I will not get provoked.
There's no provocation.
And under no circumstances...
The Bangladeshi Ministry of Cotton and Jute.
We here in India about the Muslims in
there
India...
There is Hindu profiling going on in Bangladesh. Comment on that.
Majority.
I'm sorry, can you tell me how I tried to provoke him when I was just talking about
in Bangladesh
Hindus being lynched and murdered?
Not a minority but a second largest majority. I do not consider. I repeat myself, Nupur, I consider the minorities in Bangladesh, my Hindu brethren, to be the minorities and which should be safeguarded under any circumstances, which has been guaranteed by their Prime Minister in working the Nobel laureate. And he will walk the talk, which the Indian Prime Minister refuses to. It's a shame on our part that despite, old age Muslims being out and being lynched.
Oh my God! Can we have one conversation about Hindus being lynched without some Muslims beating his chest and playing
Prime
victim?
Minister speaks for their minorities, which are under no circumstances the second largest majority. They are the minorities, and the CEO of Bangladesh.
May I please ask you a question very politely?
The Indian Prime Minister speaks for the Muslims. I rest my case, Arnab.
May I ask you a question, Mr. Atikur Rahman, very politely? Even though I really don't want to be polite, but I'm still going to try. How is it possible that there is absolutely no possibility for the likes of you to have one conversation about hundreds and thousands of Hindus being lynched beheaded, murdered, their houses being burned, their businesses being burned, being asked for protection money, which is essentially jizya, being raped, little girls being abducted, being gang raped, being hung on poles after being lynched. How is it possible? How is it not possible for you to have one conversation about Hindus being murdered? 1 second, please let me finish. By your co-religionists in Bangladesh, without pretending to be the victim, without turning the perpetrators into the victim, without turning the Islamists, the jihadis, and the Muslim community as a whole as a victim. How is it possible? How is it not possible for you to have one conversation about Hindus being murdered by people from your community? How is it not possible for you to give an across-the-board condemnation saying...
Okay, we have 10 seconds for rebut.
Murdering a Hindu in Bangladesh, in Hindu in Haldwani, in Jahangirpuri, in Delhi,
Nupur,
in Northeast,
Nupur,
anywhere, they should be hanged from the pole.
How is it possible
how are you
that you are not asking the same question to the BJP and the Indian Prime Minister, our Prime Minister Mr. Modi, that how is he silent when his own co-religionists in India lynch the Muslims?
How does one community
how is it
keep
possible
going
that
on a
you do not
rampage,
asking,
keep
ask the
murdering,
same
keep
question to the
raping,
Indian
keep
Prime Minister?
beheading,
How is it
and then
possible,
play
Nupur,
the victim
that you
constantly?
tolerate the Prime Minister of India not speaking
Where
for
is
the
your
Muslims,
conscience,
the
sir?
minorities in India, which the BJP claims not to be a
You
minority,
have
but the
blood
second
on your
largest
hands
Okay,
of
viewers.
Hindus, sir.
How is it
You have
possible,
blood on your
Nupur?
hands.
Okay.
You have
How
blood
is
on your
it
hands of
possible?
No, I think you are being unreasonable.
Shameless.
I think
This
you're
is
being unreasonable.
shameless.
Her question
This
was
is
very relevant.
absolutely shameless.
Answer the question.
How do you not talk about Hindus?
What is happening to
without
Hindus in
turning the
Bangladesh is very
perpetrator
grave.
community into the
And
victim?
Nupur, as I close this, I will only say, you say that Atik has blood on his hands. The person who has blood on his hands, his name is Muhammad Yunus. And he's the good thing about you, Muhammad Yunus, and I hope somebody in Bangladesh tells you this. Mr. Muhammad Yunus, you know how you're going to go down into history. Let me tell you, Mr. Yunus. When history is written, Mr. Yunus, you will be known as everybody's puppet. You will be the puppet of the Jamaat-e-Islami. You will be the puppet of the Americans. You will be the puppet of Donald Lu. You will be the puppet of the military. You will be the puppet of the Hifazat-e-Islam. You will be the puppet of Jashimuddin Rahmani. Ladies and gentlemen, and Bangladesh, the way you are taking it, will become the next Pakistan. Mark my words. It will happen, Mr. Yunus. You are just everybody's puppet. I'll take a short break. On the other side, why I believe Mamata Banerjee is now directly culpable.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
He floated like a butterfly, stung like a bee, and shook up the world. Born in 1942 as Cassius Clay Jr., Muhammad Ali was destined for greatness right from the start.
Ali moving in on London. A fuselage of punches by Muhammad Ali.
At the age of 18, he won the Olympic gold. At 22, he shocked the world by defeating Sonny Liston to become a heavyweight champion. But it wasn't just his victories, his records that makes Muhammad Ali special. It was how he won. He was not just a fighter, he was a poet in motion. His footwork was unlike anything boxing had ever seen. Quick, elusive and graceful. Ali revolutionized the sport with his unorthodox style. He did not only beat his opponents physically, he outsmarted them. So here's why Muhammad Ali has been hailed as the greatest ever. Ali won the Olympic gold at 18 years of age to kickstart the legendary career in the year 1960. In 1964, he became the world champion, defeating Sonny Liston to claim his first heavyweight title. In the same year, he converted to Islam and became Muhammad Ali. Outside the ring, Ali was larger than life. He was charismatic, witty and fearless. A master of mind games, he was known for getting into his opponent's heads long before the first bell rang. Ali's boldness extended far beyond boxing. He risked it all right when he was at the peak of his career. In 1967, he refused to fight in the Vietnam War, citing his religious beliefs and opposition to the conflict. He was stripped of his titles, banned from boxing and faced imprisonment. Ali sacrificed everything for what he believed in, becoming a global symbol of resistance, courage and integrity. After a 3-year exile, Ali returned to the ring to face his toughest battles yet. In the epic fight of the century against Joe Frazier and the rumble in the jungle against George Foreman, Ali proved he was more than just all talk. He was a warrior with unmatched heart and determination. Now, in 1984, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. He faced it with the same courage that he displayed in the ring. 6 years later, he traveled to Iraq to negotiate the release of American hostages as a goodwill ambassador. The champ.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
One of the things that we are really proud about is the fact that India, Bharat, is the fastest growing major economy in the world and will continue to be so. In fact, the way we've been going for the last 10 years, in the next 5 to 10 years, if we have political stability, if everything is right, there are no major risk factors, then we will be in a situation to be rivaling China and in 20 to 30 years surpassing China. It's a reality that we are a competing nation. And one of the reasons why the Chinese and the Americans are using their deep states against us, are conspiring against us. And as I have been saying repeatedly over the last few weeks, the reason that they have been using their intelligence agencies to try and surround India with difficulties, use Indian political parties and Indian political leaders as their agents, as their Mir Jafars, is because they want to contain India. I would now like to give you an example of what happens should there be wrong political leadership in any state. Should any political party get its fundamentals wrong, then the example I'm going to share with you is what can happen across India. I will give you the example of Himachal Pradesh. Just recently, the Congress party won the elections in Himachal Pradesh, and there is a government there which has now landed the state in a little over a year into a situation of financial catastrophe. There is a financial emergency. There is a massive financial crisis in Congress-ruled Himachal. More than 200,000 state government employees of Himachal Pradesh have not received their salaries on the 1st of this month. This has been attributed to the worst ever financial crisis which has hit Himachal Pradesh, and it has happened immediately after the Congress party has taken over. The Sukhu government is giving 1,500 rupees a month to 5 lakh women, which is costing the state 800 crores per annum. The old pension scheme that the Congress has decided to retain will also cost an additional 1,000 crores per annum. As of now, the situation in Congress-ruled Himachal is so bad, there is such a crisis that the debt of the Himachal Pradesh government is almost doubled when compared to 2018. When the debt then stood at 47,906 crores, the Congress-ruled Himachal Pradesh is in such a terrible situation.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, and it's time now for the nation's sharpest opinion. Mamata Banerjee, hear me loud and clear. Your ministry, and therefore in a way you, are now one of the key suspects for the people of this country in the RG Kaur rape and murder cover-up. This document, this alleged document, clearly nails your ministry's role. This alleged document is dated the 10th of August, just one day after the RG Kaur rape and murder. It is an alleged letter from the RG Kaur principal, the same brute who was seen to be leading the cover-up of the rape and murder. Because of his corrupt and dirty scams, all of those were in focus, so he was covering things up. And all this while, we were made to believe that he, this man Sandeep Ghosh, is the kingpin of the dirty cover-up, that he is at the heart of the scam. But in this alleged letter, we have a very, very, very dangerous bit of breaking news that comes out about Mamata Banerjee's own ministry's role. In this fishy, suspicious letter, Sandeep Ghosh, the kingpin of the scam, who is the RG Kaur principal, strangely asks for the immediate demolition of the duty doctors' rooms along with the attached toilets, which, as you all very well know, is the murder site. So Sandeep Ghosh says, demolish the murder site, destroy the murder site. This is the biggest piece of evidence against him. If the authenticity of this letter is proved, it shows that he was trying to destroy the evidence. And all of this makes him suspect number one. And this is the real reason why he has been arrested. This is the only reason why all of India is clear that this scamster, this dirty scamster Sandeep Ghosh must be in jail for the rest of his life. For why else would he want to destroy and demolish the evidence? To bulldoze the murder site. Obviously, he wants to cover something up. But now, viewers, and here is the dangerous twist, viewers of Republic, if this letter is true, the direct role of Mamata Banerjee's own ministry comes into scrutiny, because in the last paragraph of this alleged letter, the last paragraph where I'm pointing to now, where the corrupt scam kingpin, hated by all right-thinking Indians, he makes it clear here that he's ordering the demolition effectively under the direct instructions of Mamata Banerjee's ministry. And he says, and I quote, the issue is already discussed and resolved in the meeting with the Principal Secretary, Department of Health and Family Welfare of West Bengal, which is Mamata Banerjee's ministry, and the Director of Medical Education, Department of Health and Family Welfare, Government of West Bengal, in the boardroom of the RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital today. Unquote. This means, viewers, that the destruction of evidence was possibly under the direct instructions of Mamata Banerjee, who as health minister sent her two topmost officers of the health ministry to go and inspect the site of the rape and murder a day after the ghastly incident. This proves that the hidden hand behind the demolition and the destruction was none other than Mamata Banerjee's own ministry. How shameful is that? Think about it, viewers. If she knew, why did Mamata Banerjee try to hide all of this all along? How long did she think she would be able to hide? Is this letter true, Mamata Banerjee? Can you deny the letter? Can you say, no, this is not true? If it is not true, come on our channel, tell us it's not true. We'll take your view, we'll ask you a few more questions, but can you answer my questions, Mamata Banerjee? Did Mamata Banerjee know or not know? Certainly she knew that her two topmost officers were sent to visit the murder site on the 10th and order the destruction and demolition of evidence in the boardroom of the RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital. This could be the clincher. Mamata Banerjee, therefore, hear me loud and clear. Resign as health minister. Mamata Banerjee resign as home minister and resign as chief minister. In any case, I feel very strongly that the CBI should question her. Unless they question her, there is no point. There is no point at all, CBI, avoiding questioning her just because she is the chief minister or the home minister or the health minister. The people will then feel that by virtue of being a minister and a chief minister, that you are completely seen to be immune from investigation. The truth must be brought out in public now. The nation won't wait anymore. The nation wants to know.
On your screens is the ultimate proof of the cover-up in the Abhaya rape and murder case. Republic Bangla has exposed the direct involvement of Mamata's ministry in the demolition ordered in RG Kaur Hospital merely a day after Abhaya's body was found. The subject line of this demolition order copy, accessed exclusively by Republic, calls for repair, renovation and reconstruction of on-duty doctors' rooms along with separate attached toilets in all the departments of RG Kaur Medical Hospital, Kolkata on urgent basis. Dated August 10th, the day after the horrific rape and murder of Abhaya, the signature of Sandeep Ghosh on the order, the mention that the demolition was cleared in a meeting with the Principal Secretary of the Health Department, which falls directly under the control of Mamata Banerjee. All this is proof that the rot goes all the way up.
Sandeep Ghosh, the principal who has been arrested by the CBI, his order has come out in public domain that on 10th of August, that means just after the rape and murder, he had ordered for the destruction, renovation, reconstruction of the floor of the seminar hall. Why was there an attempt to destroy the evidence? The role of Mamata Banerjee, because she is health minister and home minister, is suspect. Commissioner of police has much to answer. Mamata Banerjee has much to answer.
If the Principal Secretary knew, how could Mamata Banerjee not have known? Why is Mamata deflecting blame onto Sandeep Ghosh? Why did she try and hide her ministry's dirty hands in this cover-up? Why was the demolition ordered on an immediate basis just a day after the crime? With these questions staring at Mamata, the demand for her resignation is also growing louder.
It's a very serious situation, first of all. Let's say this, that since Mamata Banerjee's direct role has come into immense amount of focus, I want to start with Fuad Halim. Fuad, this letter is a smoking gun. because in this letter, Sandeep Ghosh says that this issue of the demolition of the murder site has been discussed with the Principal Secretary, Department of Health and Family Welfare, and the Director of Medical Education, Department of Health and Family Welfare,